Hello and welcome to spring semester 2023. My name is Professor Margaret Hankinson. I am a professor of political science at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee at Waukesha, and I will be your instructor this semester for Introduction to American Government and Politics. This is a short video that's designed to help introduce you to what you're going to be learning about this semester. The first thing I want you to keep in mind is that the course itself is divided into three major units. The first unit is about the foundations of American government. The second unit is about the institutions of American government. And the third unit is about politics of American government. Now, in the first unit, and that's where we're going to begin this semester, we'll be taking a look at the values and principles that provide the foundation for democratic governance in the United States. In this unit, you'll be reading and learning about some of the key documents associated with the founding of the United States, with placing special emphasis on reading the Declaration of Independence as well as the United States Constitution. You'll also be learning about the concept of federalism. And federalism is the power-sharing relationship that the founders designed to ensure that all of the power was not in one hand, was not in the hands of one unit of government. And so federalism is this power-sharing relationship where the national government shares some of the power with the state governments. We're also going to be learning in this unit about civil liberties and civil rights. Civil liberties you're probably familiar with. Civil liberties are the personal freedoms that are necessary for a democratic government. Freedoms such as the right to freely express yourself, the right to freely worship or to not worship, freedom of the press, as well as the rights for personal autonomy and privacy. These are just some of examples of the civil liberties that we'll be learning about over the course of this semester. You'll also be learning about civil rights. Civil rights are basically the demands or or obligations that we place on our government to make sure that people aren't discriminated against. In other words, that we make sure that in civil rights, we use those to make sure that people are treated equally in the eyes of the law, regardless of their race, gender, age, religion, ethnicity, or country of origin. Okay, so that's some of the things we're going to be taking a look at the first unit of this course. And it's really good because it's going to provide you with a foundation for what you need to have a better understanding of the two units that follow. Unit 2 is dedicated to learning about the institutions of American government. And in this section, we're going to be learning about the structures and the processes associated with the federal institutions that govern over the United States. So in this unit, you're going to be learning about the federal lawmaking branch, in particular, the United States Congress, which is comprised of the U.S. House of Representatives and the U.S. Senate, which you might be familiar with because we just had a midterm election. You'll also be learning about the federal executive branch, in particular, the American presidency and the federal bureaucracy. And so while the legislative branch makes laws, it's the executive branch that implements or puts those laws into action. And then we'll spend most of our time examining the powers and duties of the presidency when we're looking at the executive branch, particularly the role that the president plays in the lawmaking process, ensuring the safety and security of the United States, and fostering good relationships with other nations. The final governmental institution that we'll be examining in the second unit is the federal courts. And in that, we're going to place special emphasis on learning about the Supreme Court of the United States. You're going to learn about how the federal courts are organized and the power that the federal courts have. You'll also be learning about the extremely important role that the Supreme Court plays in determining the constitutionality of law. The final and third unit of the course focuses on American politics. Politics is basically the conflict over the leadership structure and policies of government. Politics is a lot what we engage in as political actors, right? It's living in a democratic society. It's basically engaging in the struggle to get power and influence in order to have a say in who leads this country and the types of policies that get enacted. In this unit, you're going to be learning about political ideologies such as liberalism and conservatism. Those are the two dominant ideologies in the United States. You'll be learning about the role of the news media and the role that they play in a democracy and the impact that the news media can have on politics. You'll also be learning about how you can politically participate, whether that's through voting or participating in a campaign or election, and other ways that you can get involved in politics. And so that's basically the major outlines of the course and a quick overview of the major sections of the course. You'll be engaging in hopefully some fun and interesting assignments that will give you an opportunity to apply what you're learning throughout the course of the semester. You'll be writing a letter to a member of Congress, making a case for why they should or should not support a bill that's pending in Congress. You'll write citizenship and action papers, and there are many cool topics for you to choose from when you're writing that paper. And you'll also be participating in some really cool online discussions as well. That gives you an opportunity to engage in more interactive and learning, and to learn from the people that you're going to be taking this class with. All right, well, so that's it for me. I'm super excited to get the semester started. I can't wait to meet you all. And thanks for listening, and I will talk to you again soon.